Good day, my name is Rinda Blom. I'm the director of the Reju Play Therapy Training Center, situated in Bloemfontein, South Africa, and also the author of the Handbook of Gestalt Play Therapy, which was endorsed by Violet Oaklander, which is the founder of Gestalt Play Therapy. Today I'm going to discuss a little bit the projective technique that we use in the phase of emotional expression in Gestalt Play Therapy, which is called the house tree person drawing. So this is a picture, just for sake of demonstration. It's not a real picture drawn by a child client. I would ask the child just to draw me a picture of a house, a person, in a tree. And then after the child completed that, the steps would be the following. So I would ask the child to give the house a voice, and I'm asking the child to say, I am the house. And then I would say, hello house, tell me more about yourself. And the child might say, I'm a house, I have a door, I have a little pink path in front of me, I have 2 windows, I have also an attic with a little window inside of that. And I might ask, are there any people staying in you? And the child might say, no, I'm an empty house. The people have moved out and there's no one staying in me. Then I might ask the child to give the tree a voice and say, I'm the tree. I'm the tree. Hello, tree, I would say as a therapist. Tell me more about yourself. And the child might say, I'm a tree. I'm big. I'm standing a little distant from the house. I don't have any fruit. Now, if the child don't say that, you would ask, now, tree, tell me more about that hole in your branch. Well, that is a hole that someone hurt the tree there, or hurt me there, and there was a squirrel staying in it, but at the moment there is nothing staying in it. And then next I would say, okay, so this person, is it a man or a woman, or a boy or a girl? And maybe, let's say the child say, this is a boy. I would also ask, how old is the boy? And the child might say, this is a 7-year-old boy. Frequently, 1 or 2 things can happen. One is the child would say the age that they are now. But what most often happen is the child would say the age that the inner child were when they were wounded. And I would ask then the boy, hello boy, so tell me more about yourself. And maybe the boy would say, I'm a boy, I am standing next to the tree, I don't have any clothes on. And well, if you look at that, you will see that there's also no facial expression. So maybe you can ask the child, boy, I see you don't have eyes and a nose and a mouth and ears and hair. And the boy might say, or the client might say, oh, I forget. And maybe sometimes children will quickly draw it in, but you as a therapist will make a note of it, because there are no such a thing as forget. Now, there are no accidents. So that might also mean something. So after giving each one of these 3 a voice, the next step would be, I would ask the child, has anyone ever heard the house? And the child might say, for example, yes. And I would ask what happened, and the child would say, people came and broke the windows, and because there's no one staying in the house anymore, there's no one looking at the house, so the paint is coming off, and like the house is hurt and the windows are broken. And I would say, has anyone ever heard the tree? And maybe the child would say, well, there's a hole in the tree trunk, and the tree was hurt because I took an axe and made that hole in there. And then I might say, okay, and has anyone ever heard the boy? And let's say, for example, the child will say, yes, his clothes were stolen, and at this moment he doesn't have any of his own clothes. Okay, so then we move to the next set of questions, and I would ask, if this house can have a wish, what would it wish? And maybe the child would say, it wished that the windows can be repaired and that someone can move in there and look after the house. So I would definitely write all the responses down. And if the tree can have a wish, the tree wished that maybe it can bear fruit. Maybe it can be some apples, and maybe a little animal like a squirrel can come and stay there in that hole, so that the tree is not so alone. And this boy, if the boy have a wish, the boy wished that he can have eyes and a mouth and a nose, and maybe that he can get some clothes. All right, then the next set of questions I would ask, what does this house need most now? And maybe the child would say, the house needs most now people to come and stay inside of it. And the tree needs water and someone taking care of it. And the boy needs clothes, and the boy needs food. All right, when I'm done with that, we in Gestalt always move over to the can it be questions. So you could have heard that there's a lot of projection here in terms of the house is broken. You know, its windows are broken. The tree is not bearing fruit, and someone has hurt the branch. And there's also a hole in the tree trunk, and nothing